Hi guys, Happy New Year. So I've tried making this video probably about like 5 times and it's taken me like a month to make it. Oh my gosh, stop, Savage! Sorry. He actually stopped. It's taking me forever to make it and... Savage! It's taken me forever to make it and edit it, and I tried editing it and recording it several different times, and first my footage got deleted, then my video wasn't even saving, and I edited the whole thing, and you know, when I tried the second time, I edited it for like 5 days, and when I finally tried saving it, it wouldn't save and the app kept crashing, because let me remind you, I have to make all my videos on my phone because I don't have a camera, and I have to edit them on apps, and normally this app is really good, but I don't know what's going on, and yes, it's really freaking frustrating, so I'm trying to make this video in one go and not have to edit it, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about briefly, like, New Year's resolutions and making healthy goals and stuff, because I know a lot of people, with it being the new year, although we're already like almost to February, already a month into the new year already, but I know a lot of people make resolutions like related to their trick, and I wanted to talk about that and, you know, healthy versus unhealthy goals and being realistic, and yeah. Also, sorry for my horrendous appearance. I'm in my pajamas and yeah, oh my gosh. So first I want to talk about how I feel about the term pull free. That's a term that's very popular in the trick community, especially online and stuff, and personally I am completely 100% against the term pull free, and I will tell you why. I think it's very unrealistic, and I think trying to reach perfection and trying to work towards perfection is just, I mean, not to be blunt or, you know, sound harsh or whatever, but I feel like it's kind of just setting yourself up for failure and trying to be all or nothing. Like, it's not healthy, and it's better to make, I feel like it's better to make more realistic, more easily achievable goals. So rather than making a goal or a resolution to be like, oh, I'm gonna beat Trick this year, I want to be pull free, this will be the year I'm get pull free. Like, I know it sounds very, very harsh, but the reality is that Trick is like never gonna go away. It's a real psychological disorder. I mean, they're still doing research and everything. I don't know the exact terminology to use or whatever, but like, it is proven that there is a real psychological component to it, and it's not just a matter of willpower. And you know, I know people who are in there who I've met, like I'm it's still the early stages, but I have formed a support group where I have formed it myself, and I'm like pretty proud of myself. But I have formed it right here on Long Island, because there's like nothing on Long Island like locally. And so I have formed a support group, and there's a woman there who's in her mid-60s and has had Trick since she was a little girl, since she was a kid. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to be negative, but that's just the reality, is that this is a real disorder, and it's not gonna go away, and most likely it's gonna last for the rest of your life, and that's just the harsh reality of it. But the sooner that you acknowledge that and realize that and accept that, like, the more freeing and happier you'll feel. For me, I don't try to be pull free. I don't like to say that I'm pull free. My pulling has decreased in the last year. My pulling has been very, very minimal, because of my habit aware bracelet, which I'm going to make a completely separate video talking in detail about my experience with habit aware. But basically, my pulling has been very minimal. I've also even managed to grow my eyebrows back in the past, like, month. So yeah, for the first time in 2.5 years, which is crazy, but yeah, I still can't believe it, actually. And I'm gonna make another video explaining how I did it and what's helped me and worked for me and whatever. But I do not define my success by how much I have or have not pulled. I define my success by how I feel about myself and accepting myself and just, you know, doing my best. And I think it's better to make smaller, more obtainable goals rather than try to make a huge general goal of just like, oh, I want to stop pulling. I think that's not healthy at all, and I think it's gonna do more harm than good. And I think it's better to make smaller goals. I said that already. You know, more specific goals too. Like, for example, and don't expect yourself to stop pulling altogether, because it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna happen. Like, you can bring your trick and your pulling down to, you know, a minimal level, but it's never gonna fully go away, and that's just the reality of it. And I'm sorry if that sounds really harsh, but I think it's better to be realistic than to have false, blind hope, and you know what I mean. So, some examples of goals that you can make for the new year. Maybe make a goal not necessarily like related to the pulling itself, but related to like the other aspects of you know, maybe try to use fidget toys more often. Maybe try to, like, maybe you want to try meditation or mindfulness. Personally, I don't really like meditation at all, but, you know, different things work for different people. Maybe you want to try, like, being more active, going for walks or something like that. Try to keep your mind busy. Maybe you want to try, being more open about trick and maybe, like, tell someone else about it. Maybe you want to try, like, going out of the house without makeup or one day or something like that. You know, just smaller, more achievable goals that are not necessarily related to the pulling itself. Because that, like, the reality is that it is a compulsion, and yes, you can kind of control it, but there's only, like, the truth is there's only so much that you can do. Yeah, so I just think that that's better, and I don't like the term pull free. I don't like to use it at all, and I don't like when people are so obsessive counting the days, like, oh, I'm 174 days pull free. Like, I can't even comprehend it, actually, to be honest. Like, how do you even keep track of that and count that? I don't know, like, for me, even, like I said, with my habit aware, my pulling, I've had days where, like, I pulled maybe one hair, I don't know, but that still is pulling, you know. So I wouldn't say I'm completely pull free, like, but whatever. Like, I think the most important part should be just trying your absolute best and strive for progress, not perfection, because you're never gonna reach perfection. Like, oh, I want to beat trick. Like I said, the reality is that trick lasts for life, pretty much. Hey Google, next song. Trick lasts for a lifetime, pretty much, and, you know, it's not gonna go away anytime soon. And just the sooner that you accept that and realize that, like, it takes off so much pressure. I think your number one priority should be just to love yourself and do your absolute best, but don't beat yourself up when you don't achieve perfection. It's about making small progress, not perfection. And, you know, if you're gonna make any New Year's resolutions, it should be smaller things that you can feel good about and proud of for achieving, that, you know, that are more realistic. Don't just say, oh, I want to beat trick. Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. Like I said, I have had very, very minimal pulling for the last year. I've grown a full head of hair back with absolutely no bald spots. I also have grown my eyebrows back. I still do not say, though, that I'm pull free, because I know that I'm always gonna have trick for the rest of my life. Even if you stop pulling for a long period of time, it still doesn't mean that you're trick free. So yeah, you may not be pulling, but you still are always gonna have trick. And that's just the harsh reality of it. And I know that might sound really harsh and you know, sad and upsetting, but that's the truth. But you can still lead a happy life, and, you know, it's about all the other aspects, like accepting yourself and loving yourself, and I think that's the most important thing, is just forgiving yourself and not blaming yourself and just loving yourself. So, yeah. Sorry this video is very disorganized and messy and choppy and all over the place. Like I said, I've tried making this video about this topic literally for a month now, and it's driving me crazy, so hopefully this one works out. Yeah, this year has gotten off to... I've been really struggling lately, emotionally, mentally, everything. This year has gotten off to a really rough start for me, and it's just a lot of things happening all at once. Like, I don't want to get into too much detail, but it's just like one thing after another, and you know, this whole life thing, being a grown-up, being an adult, it is so hard. No one told me it was going to be this hard, and I never signed up for this. But yeah, I'm hoping that things get better. Pray for me. Hope that things get better for me. I hope that you guys all have a great year ahead, and, you know, the thing is, it's still early in the year, so there's still hope for things to get better. I wish you guys all the best, absolute best, and happiness and love and joy and blessings and all of the good stuff for 2019. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.